believe it or not, in yoga there is structure and there's actual definitions of what relationships are and the stages that they kind of move in. The first stage is infatuation. That's when people meet and they're like, oh my God, I love you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're great. So we'll never fight. We've never fought before. It's only been 3 days. It's the greatest thing ever, right? That kind of scenario happens. And that can stretch on for days, months, weeks, even years, where you're just infatuated with the person. It's like the puppy love. So amazing. But then the second stage falls into place, which is tolerance. That's where you're like, have you not taken out the trash? I asked you to take out the trash like 4 times. And you start fighting and little things start coming up and a lot of bickering happens. That's usually where people separate and break off. And then the third stage is true friendship. So the only way you can weather all of this and get to that third stage and get to true friendship is you have to make sure that the foundation of the relationship isn't just physically based. And that's why I have such also a strong issue with just making yoga only physically based. Yoga doesn't mean to strike a pose. Yoga means the soul is uniting you, connecting with God, and you should also be able to help your significant other achieve that same goal. And also look at that your significant other as a soul inhabiting a body that you want them to help reconnect with God. So the more your relationship isn't just sex-based, isn't just bodily based, but it's soulfully based, spiritually based, the chances of you being able to weather bickering and fighting and all these big storms that may come and get through all that is because you actually really appreciate each other on such a finer level, you know? And also it makes it so that you don't just look at the person's body as something that's the only reason you're in a relationship, because you're physically attracted to them. It's important because otherwise people wouldn't be together. Obviously it starts with a physical attraction to see each other or whatever it is, but the actual heart of it should be that I'm caring for this person on a spiritual level. And that way, let's say your guy gets hit by a car and he gets disfigured, or your significant other, something happens to them and their body changes. That should be zero grounds for the relationship to fall apart, which happens all the time. Somebody's body changes, the relationship falls apart because the relationship is bodily based. Yoga will teach men and it will teach women to look beyond the body and see the person as a soul. I mean, the word namaste means I, the soul, see the soul in you and I honor you. I bow to you. I respect you. That should be the foundation of the relationship. I bow to you. I respect that soul in that body. And when you do that, if their body changes, they get disfigured, there's an accident or whatever it is, you will still be there for them. You will stay with them for their life because you want them to be able to graduate that earthly body when the time of death comes to go to a better place, a spiritual place. So relationships will get so much more deeper. It'll be such a visceral relationship when you can talk to your significant other about, do you believe in God? Do you believe there's a soul? What are your thoughts on this versus just superficial crap that everyone always talks about on a daily basis?
Do you think guys have a challenging time communicating and expressing themselves that way in relationships normally?
I think totally. I think people in general, guys especially, but people in general have a very hard time discussing those things because there's such great mysteries and because people don't have the answers to them. And so the things that you don't have answers to, usually you hide away because you don't want to be like, I don't have the answers, so. And guys don't like to pretend they don't have the answer because they want to be, you know, it's going to take something away. They're not going to be as masculine and as cool, and they're going to be something that's taken away from their intellect. And when it comes to yoga, the best approach is, I know nothing. Let's be an open book and let's just grow from here. Let's learn this. I still don't know anything. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I still feel like I don't know anything. So you got to come into it with a blank canvas and an open heart, open mind, and then you can grow from there. And if you do that, your relationship is going to greatly enhance it. You can discover those deep ontological, metaphysical questions in a relationship, and you can find the answer to those questions together. You take a spiritual journey, you know? So I think if they start diving deep in their practice and they really are going to the right yoga class, because some yoga classes aren't going to be the right yoga class for everybody, men or women, something that's going to inspire them and take them on a spiritual trajectory towards a better place. It's going to affect the way they relate to their significant other. It's going to affect the way they relate to strangers on the street. It'll take away unnecessary anger and aggravation that so many males possess. It'll take away so many of these things that are kind of holding down male society and stunting their actual mental, physical, and spiritual growth. And physically they're stunted because their exercises are just so their bodies are stiff, their minds are stiff, their hearts are stiff. So the more they can get into things that are going to open their body, have the spiritual practice open their heart and their mind, they're going to be in a good place.